This is Spook with Airkooled Kustoms. Today we're going to have some tips and tricks in looking at a car, see if it's worth rebuilding, and some other rust points that are fairly common. Fire, fix it.
Fire!
A little bit of heat, never hurt.
What are you doing?
Gonna give you some of that heat. Too hot in the hot tub.
Okay.
Roger used to say that. Yeah. Kind of miss that old bugger.
Oh yeah. So, all right, so what are you doing? Whose is this? And
this is Mr. Steve's 60.
Uh-huh.
Let me get out of this tin can. Echo, 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 echo. Oh, hey.
We don't have any fun here.
No.
Very serious.
This is a 1960 Beetle. This is a European model. And the only way I know that is because it used to have semaphores in it.
Are we going to put them back in?
I think so. I got to talk with the client to see if he wants them in or not.
Yeah.
But being it's a semaphore car, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Just because it's a Euro.
Cool. So actually, that's part of the question. All right, here's the question.
Yeah.
So let's say somebody's like looking for a Beetle, they want to restore it. What are some things they ought to look at if they're evaluating potential
pro
builds?
tips on evaluating a Beetle. So, as far as value goes, the earlier, the better.
Okay.
And that's just not from a pure standpoint or an old car standpoint. It has to do with the desirability of the model. So, like I said, this is a 60 Euro, which makes it even more rare. So this would be a desirable car to rebuild. So the more solid the car is, the easier and cheaper and faster your restoration is going to be. It's not really going to be easy. It's not going to be cheap. And it really won't be fast, but compared to this, because instead of spending another month in over in the metal shop getting worked on, and then all the filler work has got to go on, and all the blending and the shrinking and the stretching, if we have something solid to start with, all of that's bypassed. So you pull out 30, 40 hours, and I don't know what you guys are paying shop rates. We're at $85 an hour, so. Couple things you really need to look for, and rust is not a killer on these.
Right.
Biggest thing we ever see is the channels go. So these are structural members of the car. You can see right here there's a small bit of rust, and it's not all the way through, but I can literally take this off with my fingers. So this is not that bad. This would be a small patch. A lot of times you actually want to look up right in here for rust for coming up here.
Okay.
Like I said, that's not a big deal repair. All these panels are available. Another thing you want to look for is around the bottom of this A pillar. So this is a rust spot area. And then the C pillar is also a rust spot area. And then the luggage tray. These are areas that really do see a lot of damage, and this is just par for the course. This one's actually really solid.
Yeah.
So
normally though, it's going to have an interior. It's going to, you could tell on the A and C pillar, but the luggage tray, like how are you going to see that if that's?
You can look up underneath.
Yeah. Okay.
So, if his car's not been protected or it's been sitting out and sitting in leaves, the leaves actually add to the worst. Other times, sometimes we see, you know, gutters that'll be done, especially in the early supers. And I don't know why that is, but we seem to see a lot of gutter damage in the early supers. So as far as I can tell, there's something really different.
Yeah, this one's pretty good, right?
Yeah. So you also want to look for if the car's been banged up or beat up, and you have this nice flat panel here. This is usually covered too, but you can look up underneath the wheel well to see if there's any crinkles up and through here. And then also you can sort of feel the thickness of the steel just to see if there's anything. So I've got a little rip here that we're going to have to take care of.
Okay.
Another spot that tends to get a lot of abuse and damage is right in here. So,
Alright.
So if you can do a real good inspection of the car, it makes it much easier. So
Okay, and then like this would be like surface rust, right? It's
yeah,
not
that's
so
just
bad.
surface rust. So that'll all come out as soon as we get blast.
So what level of rust is a concern?
For us, none. Have you seen Rusty Bus? I mean, come on.
I mean, for somebody, if they were going to do this themselves.
Depends on how good you are with a welder and, you know, a little bit of hammer and dolly work. I mean, I'm self-taught, so why can't you teach yourself? You know? So another spot to look at is underneath this front apron.
Okay.
And then this one you can see this has got some rust in it, and I think it's just surface rust. But we'll know more once we get it into blast. So I'm going to go through and like remove everything and all the stuff that the clients didn't get when he did disassembly.
Okay.
Is that overall, this will be a fairly easy one. And I'm not sure if we're doing a full restoration or just up to paint and then it's going to go back to him. Or,
Okay.
So
This was the one that was in the hauler?
Yeah, this was the one that's in the hauler. So he's now got money in his escrow account, so we start working on it.
Moving along.
Yep. So this should go to blast tomorrow, and we'll be doing some video for that for our Sunday show.
Oh,
So
great. All right.
I'm not sure what we got planned for the Sunday show this week. I think it's going to be an upholstery thing.
Oh, good.
Depends on how much Darren's yakking. We did get something pretty cool done.
That way I'm not walking. That's real tight.
Look how low.
So we got good tire clearance.
Oh, man. He's going to be able to turn left and right?
Yep. And then this we might have to raise just a little bit, depends on, but this is as settled down as we can get it.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to bring up the back just a little bit. And have a little bit of a rake, not much.
Okay.
Still waiting on axles for Mr. Gazzo.
All right.
Still waiting for my metal guys to do that.
All right.
This is going home.
Oh, yay.
Mr. Johnston.
And we had that nice test drive.
Yep.
So, all right, what are you up to?
Working on Rusty.
What you doing?
Door jams, finishing pulling the front skin around the front and molding it to the door jam.
Oh, wow.
And then we'll have to do the same here on the front. It'll be bent over and everything will be welded in place. But that's finished. Fixing the B pillars, pieces that needed to be replaced.
If you guys remember, this was, it looked like Swiss cheese.
Yeah,
before.
repaired the door seals, the pocket channel, whatever you might want to call that. Repaired all that, got that in place, and it's all got its nice little bend and contours and stuff in it. So looking pretty good so far.
It is.
We'll keep rocking and rolling and see what happens.
Nice. All right. How about you, Darren?
I'm working on seats for the 914.
Oh, yay. Okay.
That's about it. I got Mr. Johnson done. He's sitting there covered up, ready to go home. He's 100% done. Needs to go bye-bye.
I think we enjoyed the test drive.
It was
Did you
ours
watch the
whole.
video?
No.
Oh, it's on Sunday. I had
Oh,
to,
was it?
Yeah, I inserted a toilet flushing sound at one point.
Okay, good.
All
As
right.
far as there wasn't more than one toilet flushing sound.
Well, there was one part that was like, all right, yeah, we probably can't say that online.
That might be restricted.
So there were requests to like be able to see the dashboard and the gauges and all, you know, I'm like, we're gonna have to camera you up. How do you feel about our chest
Oh, you
cam?
mean during the test drive? Yeah. Really? They want to see how fast we're
They
going?
want to see everything. Yeah, so
I guess you have to put an over-the-shoulder camera.
I
then,
guess we might have to get you a GoPro on your chest or something.
Yeah, GoPro on the chest and stuff like that.
Mr. Martin got on top of his. He wants to see everything he does.
Yeah, of course, of course.
That's so cool.
All right, where did Shannon go?
He's up on deck.
All right, let's go see what he's up to, folks. Shannon,
Yellow.
what are you working on?
Well, hopefully I don't get the names pronounced wrong, but
Okay.
La Presti,
Okay.
little Beetle, doing a little tuning and everything on his motor for him.
Great.
Yeah, he's done a little work himself, but still having some issues, and I found that the fuel pressure is a bit high. So
what does that do? Does it make a sound in particular if you're driving? And
what it does, if the fuel pressure is too high, it will cause it to load up and not run very well, and sometimes make them not run long at all because it just filled up with too much fuel. So we gotta get the fuel pressure down so it doesn't overload itself, and maybe he can get to drive it a little bit.
Nice. All right. Well, that'll be good.
Oh yes.
I think he'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I think so.